Something is wrong.
Most of you guys did really well on the quiz. I will hand those back to you tomorrow. I think the biggest issue that I saw on the quiz, which not many students had this issue, but of the common mistake that I saw of the ones who made mistakes was that if there's an ambiguous case, I saw some students like they got that they got the first triangle good with that angle B or whatever the angle is, and then they will create the other angle, but then rather than subtracting from 180, they will subtract from 90, and then they will get like angle like 60 degrees instead of 148. So one needs to be acute, the other is going to be obtuse. And I think that kind of threw a couple of students off, but for the most part, you guys did really well. So I'll get back your quizzes tomorrow. We have one small topic to cover, and that's area of a triangle. We just have some formulas that we have to apply. They're pretty easy. I think we'll get through it today without any issue. Tomorrow, we're going to look at basically the same thing as what we did on the quiz. It's just, what if I gave you the problem in the word problem format? You're still going to fill out the same triangle. You're just having to interpret the word problem and put it onto a triangle. And then Friday review, and Monday test. Yes. Monday. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did not put a date on there. It should say 3/24. Is that right? Yeah. 24th is the test, and 3/25 is PSAT. Okay, guys, go to page 18. All right, guys, go ahead and copy this down. Go ahead and copy this down.
all the same formulas?
It just depends on what information you have. If you have BC and angle A, then you use that first formula. If you have side AC and angle B, but either way, if they give you side angle side, your angle is sandwiched between two sides, so you just pick whatever the appropriate formula is. Okay, so today we're just going to be practicing with these two formulas here. If you're given side angle side information, then the way you find the area, you just sandwich. You'll identify the sides, and then you pick out the angle. So 1/2 BB sine A, 1/2 AC sine B, 1/2 AB sine B. It just depends on whichever side angle side you're given for the triangle. Now, if you're given a side triangle, then there's two things we need to do. First, we need to find something called the semi-perimeter. We know what perimeter is. Perimeter is adding up all the sides of a triangle, or adding all the sides of a geometric shape. A semi-perimeter is half of a perimeter. So basically, we're going to add up by the perimeter divided by 2, or multiply by 1/2. That will give us our semi-perimeter. And then we're going to just use that value that we find, and we just insert into our formula. So the area formula is square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. And your A, B, and C are just the side lengths of your triangle. So first, we have to find that S value, because that S value is needed to help us get to the area of that triangle. All right, so today we're just practicing with these two formulas, and then depending on whichever form of the triangle you get, then that's the formula you're going to use. Okay, so let's try number 1. You don't necessarily, yes, question.
Yeah, so I think it was like sine C in parentheses.
Yeah, I think in the calculator it starts at parentheses for you, so I would just go ahead and close it. If there's nothing that comes after it, I think the calculator can adapt and it'll know that you don't have to have that closed parentheses, but I just go ahead and I would do it just to make it feel more complete. Okay. You don't have to necessarily draw the triangle out, but if it helps you see what information you have, then you can definitely do that. So it doesn't tell you that it's side angle side, but if you create the triangle, you can see that it is side angle side, because once you fill out the sides and angle, the angle is clearly sandwiched between the two sides, so you know you're dealing with a side angle side. And I can just use the formula that I have information for. So 1/2 BC times sine A and all that just goes in your calculator. It says round to the nearest tenth. And then we're talking about area here, so it doesn't give you units of measure, so you can just say units squared as a reminder that with area, it's a 2-dimensional answer. So okay, any question with side angle side?
Well, ever give like inches or something like that, or like feet?
It depends on the problem. If the problem doesn't give you any units, then you just say unit squared. But if it does give you centimeters or kilometers, then you can include that. But just the important thing is to make sure that you square the unit. Okay, number 2, I don't think we have to sketch this triangle, right? This is going to be what? Side, side, side. Okay. So remember with side, 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 it's going to be a 2-step process. We need to find the semi-perimeter before we can get to the area formula. So the semi-perimeter just means I'm going to add up all the sides of the triangle, but I'm going to divide it by 2. Divided by 2, same thing as multiplying by 1/2. Okay. So that's the first step. We need to find the semi-perimeter because we're going to need that value for our area formula. So now we're going to involve the 18, the 13, the 8, and the 15. We're going to apply this area formula. And all that can just go in your calculator. Okay, any questions with this process? I think the more difficult problems would be the ones where it's not quite side angle side, and we may have to go through law of sines to get to a side angle side configuration, and then we can jump into one of these formulas. So if something is not side angle side, we'll just use law of sines to get to something that we can categorize as side angle side, and then we can use our formula. Okay, but we'll get to that on the next page. But right now, I just want us to get comfortable with these formulas. Any questions so far? Yes, yeah. When you round to the nearest 10, you can either use the 100th to push this up to the next number, or you can just cut off whatever that comes after. So yeah, you have a couple of options sometimes, and I'll accept both variations. Okay, good. Number 3 is also what? Side, side, side. Okay, so try that. See if you can go through that process, 2-step process. Find your semi-perimeter. That's your S, and then you can then use your S, A, B, and C to find your area. Let's see. You may, yeah, that square root may not stretch out all the way, so it may not have caught everything. Oh, okay, yeah, so try that again. Yeah, so it's good that that you don't just take whatever I have on paper and write it down, that you're also practicing in your calculator, because sometimes you just have to kind of get used to the way your calculator presents material information to you, right? And if you're not getting the right answer, then we need to figure that out. So sure you are practicing your calculator. Okay, try number 3, and then once you're done with 3, I will put the answer up for that. And then once you're done with that, try number 4. Okay, we're just going to try to get through this worksheet, these next few pages. Okay, about number 4, what type of triangle is number 4? Side angle side, right? So it's easier, right? Side angle side, you can just pick the formula, and then just apply it, right? AB sine C. So side angle side goes a little faster than side because we don't have to go through as many steps. Go pretty easy. If you're comfortable with the first page, go to page 20. I think 1, 2, 3, and 4 are pretty straightforward. When you get to 5 and 6, it doesn't quite give you side angle side, so you use law of sines to get to a side angle side, and then you can go through your formula. Okay, but I'll have you guys do 1 through 4, and I will work through 5 and 6 with you because it does require more steps. For number 1 on page 20, if you want to rename it A, B, and C, so they can just always do the same formula, you're welcome to do that. Very good on the first page. we good with 1 and 2? Try number 3. It's side, side, side. If you want to rename it ABC, you can. But really, you're just side angle side. So you can do 1/2 GF sine E. So it's 1/2 side times the angle sandwich between. Okay, are we good with 1 and 2? Okay, let me show number 3. Oh, and then now they're mentioning units, so now we can be more specific, right? So square miles, square centimeters. As I'm sorry, on your packet, I meant to spread out 7, 8, 9, and 10. Didn't mean to put all that on the same page. I think we may need more room for 5 and 6. I'll come around on the scratch sheet.
So we're running to like the nearest 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I haven't been consistent. It should be to the 10th, but I just changed it to a thousandth. So,
Front page 17. Oh, that's the parts. We already know.
I will. Okay, so number 5. So if you look at number 5 here, number 5 doesn't quite give you side angle side, right? It gives you angle side angle. So we may need to rely on law of sines to kind of get the information that we need, that we can force it into a side angle side setup so we can use our formula. So what if I can find side B? If I can find side B, then I can do side angle side, right, with this. Or, I mean, a lot of different ways, right? I could maybe go after side C. So there's, you have ways to create any formula you want. It just depends on how you want to go about it. But if you want to just go the path I'm going down, I'm going to try to solve for side B. But first, I'm just kind of trying to get this angle out of the way so I can find that angle. So this is 22 because I subtract from 180. And now I have a pair that I can work with, angle A and side A. That will help me get to side B if I just use law of sines. And once I get that information from law of sines, then I can do my area formula for side angle side. Yes, question. Oh, let's see. Angle A is, say it again.
Like when that angle C.
Well, we have 3 different versions, right? You can choose any version you want. Because I can either choose 1/2 BC sine A, 1/2 AC sine angle B, or 1/2 AB sine angle C. I think I'm targeting the 1/2 AB sine C. But if you want to target this angle, you can. You just have to find this side. So you don't have to find the side I'm looking for. I mean, maybe you're using a different formula and it could still be correct. What formula are you using?
Or I'm going. The actual.
Oh, would it? Well, I'm just copying whatever I saw here in the problem. Angle B is 132, angle C is 26, so angle A, I just subtract from 180. Sorry. Okay. So just based off the information that I found here, I'm going to be targeting area being 1/2 AB sine C. But you could find side C and go through a whole different set of formula, and that will work too. Yes. Yeah. Okay, number 6, similar process. I don't have enough information for side angle side, so I'm going to use law of sines to get to side angle side. This right now I'm showing side angle, so I need to use law of sines to get to a side angle side. Any variation will do. And if I can find this angle X, I can subtract from 180 to get to angle Z. Appreciate it. Thank you. So now I have enough information to create my side angle side. I can use side 12, angle 78, and side 16, right? Because I just need something where an angle is sandwiched between two sides to create my area formula. Okay. Let's see if we can get through 2 more. Can we just get through 7 and 8? And I'll put those answer up in a couple of minutes. 7 should be straightforward. And number 8, you just need to do a little bit of law of sines to get it into side angle side.
5.
Right, so tomorrow we're gonna work on word problems. And then we'll do test review and then test is on Monday. Okay, don't forget your phones.